Hey guys, it's Ken. So today I'm going to tell you two phrases I hear all the time. Doesn't matter if the market's going up, doesn't matter if the market's going down, doesn't matter if the market's sideways. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe. It really helps get this content out to more people that are probably going to need it over the next few years. So as you guys know, I've been all over the world and been all over the country buying real estate, speaking on real estate, talking to people about real estate. And there's two phrases that always crack me up. The first one is, you can't do that here. That's the best one because it doesn't matter how quickly the market's going up or what's happening. Every single time, doesn't really even matter. You'll go to these cities and you'll see these cranes in the air. You see all this construction, all this development, people making all kinds of money. But invariably, people say, you can't do that here. The second one is, it won't happen here. And that's what's going on right now. So as all the fundamentals are here, guys. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Nobody's working hardly. The government stopped funding everyone. Their mortgage delinquencies are close to 4 million. I think there's 2 million over 90 days. And yet, everybody says it won't happen here. We're unique. I can't even tell you, almost every single day I hear this. It won't happen here. Well, let me tell you something. It's going to happen here. As you can imagine, people like to ask me about the real estate market all the time, even more than usual lately, because the stock market is not very stable and everybody's trying to figure out why it's so high when none of the businesses are making any kind of money. Yet there is a trend in every single conversation, and that is the person who agrees with the real estate market will correct, but it won't happen here. Well, if it's not going to happen here, where is it going to happen? Ironically, the stock guys say the same thing. It's going to keep going up. I don't even know why the stock market is propped up to the way it is. It makes no sense to me. So, where is here? Here is wherever they invested in or live. When I talk to my friends in Arizona, where I live, it won't happen there because everybody from California is moving to Arizona. When I talk to my California friends, it won't happen there because of the weather. When I speak to my Idaho friends, where I have my summer home, it won't happen there because people from Washington, the Seattle area specifically, are moving to Idaho. And when I talk to my girlfriend's family in Ohio, it won't happen there because, well, they just haven't given me a reason. I'm not trying to call anyone out in this situation, but if you find yourself saying or thinking it won't happen here, the truth is you have to accept your own denial. People around you are feeding you, or you're feeding yourself. When a correction occurs, it knows no boundaries. There is no state boundaries. There is no city boundaries. It generally happens everywhere in the country. Sure, some areas will be worse than others, but all areas are affected. So you have to wrap your head around that. People are in trouble financially. People are losing their homes. Delinquencies are happening. Mortgage defaults are happening. The government money for unemployment, the CARES Act, and the stimulus is over. Let's stick with the facts. Mortgage delinquencies right now are 8.22%, and 32% of the households didn't make their rent or mortgage in the month of August. There's definitely going to be a percentage of those people that cannot pay their rent, probably a large percentage, and cannot pay their mortgage, and that's going to affect inventory. That's going to drive vacancy up on the rental houses, and it's going to drive inventory up on the single-family houses. This will push prices down, because more inventory will push housing prices down, and it'll push prices down on the commercial real estate because those properties are valued through net operating income, and revenue is a big piece of that. Revenue is going to be down on most commercial real estate and most residential real estate across the country. Do you really think that those percentages don't apply to where you live? Do you really think that if you're in Phoenix, Arizona, you are immune from the numbers? Now, if you tell me the bigger cities like New York, Seattle, Chicago will get harder, I would agree with you. I'm just trying to tell you to stop telling yourself that it won't happen where you are, because it will most likely happen where you are, and it always does. The recession this time isn't different than the ones before. The only difference is in 2008, it was a financial issue, and now it's a medical pandemic issue. But they're both recessions, and they're both killing the economy. Just look at 2008. Was your area impacted? I'll bet it was. Just wrap your head around the fact that this will affect all of us. And we need to make smart real estate decisions in this time. and stop living in denial. So if I ever run into you guys on the street, please do not tell me. It's not going to happen here. I'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, it's Ken McElroy. Well, over the years, people have asked me, how did you start? How do you start? And how do I start? And so I wrote this book. It's the ABCs of buying rental property. And this book is going to walk you through step by step, starting at the very beginning. And don't worry about if you don't have any cash, and don't worry about if you don't have any knowledge. Just read this book. For 20 bucks, you're going to get a lot of knowledge, and you're just going to have a little bit more than when you started. And especially now, when we're going through all this uncertainty financially, having this kind of knowledge is going to be really, really important. And who knows, when this happens again, because it will happen again, another downturn will happen again, then you perhaps will be in a much better situation, have some passive income like millions and millions of other people are enjoying right now.